Ready for this, Brandon? As the best receiving duo ever.
Ooh,
Good Friday morning, everyone. Welcome to First Things First. I'm Jenna. You got Nick, Brandon, and Kevin Wildes getting ready to set sail. Here we go. Hey, Brandon, all-pro, best all-duo receiver. Oh, sorry, there was the first thing that came to mind. I need to think before I speak. I gotta go. Go ahead, Brandon. Yeah.
Thought-provoking.
If we can't make fun, what can we do, Kevin Wildes? We got to start our morning the same way Tom Brady's starting his, getting ready for Super Bowl 55. Tom, just 1 year removed from the only football home he's ever known up there in New England, but here we are, new team, new city, yet same road traveled. Tom Brady was asked yesterday about the benefits of having all that experience headed into the Super Bowl. Take a listen to this.
Experience doesn't matter. Playing well matters. The team that wins is not going to be the most experienced team. It's going to be the team that plays the best. So we got to prepare the best. We got to execute the best. We got to perform the best under pressure. And if we do that, we'll be champions. And if we don't, we won't be.
And we have to make sure our sound bites are the best. Nick, are you buying Brady's claim that his experience will not impact Super Bowl 55?
I'm mostly buying it in large part because of who he's up against. And this isn't a Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady GOAT discussion. This is an experience discussion. If, the sky had fallen and the Buffalo Bills had beaten the Kansas City Chiefs, then I do think the experience gap would be massive. Because you would have had a guy who's playing in his 10th Super Bowl, who is just 2 years would be 3 years removed from his last Super Bowl. No, 2 years removed. I had that right. 2 years removed from his last Super Bowl against a guy who would be 1 year removed from his first playoff game playing in his first Super Bowl in Josh Allen. But because Mahomes was in this game last year, because Mahomes has played Brady in the postseason a few years ago, because we have a guy that has played in a ton of huge games very recently and the most recent Super Bowl, I think the experience component of this is muted to a degree. And additionally, Brandon, I would argue that you could make the argument, I should say, that Mahomes is the more experienced quarterback in this way. Patrick Mahomes has played in a Super Bowl for Andy Reid with Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill and Tyrann Mathieu and Chris Jones on the other side. Tom Brady has never played in a Super Bowl without Bill Belichick scheming up the defense, without that system, without that team. So all things considered, I think the experience, if we're doing a tail of the tape, the experience one's kind of a wash, even though Brady's been to 10 of these things, Brandon.
Yeah, but doesn't that make it interesting, though? Think about what you just said. It's a great argument that Mahomes has the most experience because of, being in the same place the last couple years and them getting the job done together last year. Tom Brady, like you said, hasn't been with these guys. So to me, his experience matters most. Because you have guys that never been in this situation before, and all they can count on, and the only person they can lean on is Tom Brady. So Tom Brady's greatest impact isn't going to be on Super Bowl Sunday. It's going to be Monday through Friday. 2 Monday through Fridays this week, and he has next week. He has this week and next week to sit down with his guys and say, look, I know the stage is big, but it comes down to winning on the field. But to get there, you have to eliminate the distractions leading up to the game. That's the biggest threat, whether it's Super Bowl Sunday or if it's any given Sunday. It's, can you get to Sunday healthy? Can you get to Sunday with mental clarity? There's going to be guys that don't understand the extra pressure of the opportunities, so many media obligations and opportunities and so many different type of paid appearances. How do you handle that, Tom? Tom, how do you handle pregame? Pregame's going to be a festival. It's going to be longer. longer. Halftime now goes from 15 minutes to 30 minutes. What do you do, Tom? So I think you should lean more on Tom Brady because there's so many guys in that Tampa Bay organization, that Buccaneers locker room, that they haven't been there. And the only guy they can count on, Wiles, is Tom Brady.
Yeah, you're 100% right. This is sort of the MC Escher of quotes. Like, Tom Brady has so much experience that experience doesn't matter. It's like the stairway goes in the stairways, and I'm at Spencer Gift saying, oh, I'm going to get that. That'll be great for my den as a little kid. All right, because he's on the record saying, Jenna loves it. See, now you don't make fun of the boating shirt next time. I'll give you more.
No,
I'll give you
I apologize for that. You're
next
right.
segment. All right, because Brandon is right. Tom Brady's on the record saying experience matters for the following reasons. One, it's the whole week leading up to it in the hoopla. Two, it's the actual pace of the pregame and the halftime show. Whoever you got, Gloria Stefan out there doing her thing. Okay, number three, and here's a quote that I think is very telling, Nick, that I think is a little bit dangerous for the Chiefs. I've got good regulation of my emotions. I know when to get amped up. I know when I need to relax a little bit, and I think you learn those things. So the experiences helps. That's what he's saying. Page 2. You kind of have to be right on the edge. Such an emotional game. You don't want to be out of control if you can't play with no emotion.
Yep.
You strike different chords for different emotions at different times. Now, the interesting thing is, he said this before Super Bowl 51, where it was a historic Patriots comeback against the Falcons, which makes me think, much like Mahomes, no matter what is happening in this game, Nick, you can never count out Tom Brady because he's been there already. And Mike Evans, who's wandering off the field after the championship last week and literally said, like, oh, this winning thing is new to me. I think Brady's emotional leadership here will keep the Bucs on even keel no matter what the Chiefs do.
I think that's fair, and I think that both of these teams will never feel out of the game, no matter the score, because of who their quarterbacks are. The Patriots, obviously, under Tom Brady, won a Super Bowl down 28-3. The Chiefs, that's 25-point deficit. The Chiefs last year won their first playoff game down 24-0. That's obviously a 24-point deficit. And I think in large part that's because the guys on the team believed they had a superhero at the quarterback position. What I also find interesting is this, is Mahomes has only thrown an interception in one career playoff game. He has 21 total touchdowns to 2 picks. Both of those picks came in last year's Super Bowl. Tom Brady has turned the ball over in every Super Bowl he's played in at least once, except for the very first one, when he threw for 154 yards, and his job there was to not screw things up. So the limited history we have says ball security is job security, be damned. There might be some opportunities for the defenses to pounce on a few footballs here. And is either quarterback able to play a clean game? Because Brady's extended history in this game and Mahomes' very narrow history in this game would tell you likely not. Yes, Brandon.
Nick, if Tom Brady turns the ball over one time, it could be a wrap. You cannot give that young man on the other side of the field more opportunities. He has to play his cleanest game ever. They have the better team in my eyes, but he has to play clean. I don't need him throwing for 350 yards. I just need him to have a clean game, Nick.
Okay. All right, we're going to table that for just a second. Want to talk some Fox Super 6 right now. They've already given away nearly $4 million. And how about this? Couple of trucks. Can't go wrong there. Download the app.
Matthew and Chris Jones on the other side. Tom Brady has never played in a Super Bowl without